afternoon, guys. Welcome to our daily review. This would be a London session, sometimes New York. It depends on how my time goes. So usually I have some busy mornings, which might not allow me to be able to get this out in time. My apologies. And this morning was one of them. This is actually the third time I'm recording this, so yeah, I've been struggling with it for some time. But let's adjust this a little bit, and then we can start. I hope all had a great weekend, and this is my analysis of the market. I'm Mubarak, and let's get right into it. Okay, so over the weekend we had a pretty eventful weekend in Japan, especially because there was an election and the popular government was ousted, and now we have a new one in charge, and that caused the yen to surge. And over the weekend, I actually held a position. So let's start from there. I held a position last week in CHF which was about 2% up. And yes, let's start from there, which was about 2% up. I didn't close it on Friday. I closed half of it on Friday, but I didn't close the whole thing. And this morning it just gapped down, so I just closed it at break even. So let's analyze that position first, and then we'll talk about like we'll talk about Euro USD and the major dollar pairs along with the DXY index. Okay, so my position on CHF first of all, as you can see, we're bullish, right? Higher highs, higher lows. The last time we broke a fractal low was like June, right? We're talking, yes, last time we even broke it, sorry, last time we broke a fractal low was middle of June. So we've been bullish ever since. And then I saw that, I was like, okay, what makes sense? Only a buy. What then we go to the lower time frame. At the lower time frame, I saw this area of demand. Then next thing, I saw liquidity being situated over here. We took out this liquidity. What did I look for? Next thing I looked for was a push up, a change of character, which I got here, came right into it. Then we took that position. Right, I took that position right on Thursday evening till Friday. And then we closed it on Friday. We closed half of it on Friday. I wanted to take it to a new high, but once I saw this, then I knew, okay, now we could have inducement, right? We could have a build of liquidity and then take it out, and then we still. So what we're still looking for is buys, but we'll just wait a little bit. Now let's go analyze Euro USD and other pairs. So welcome to, okay, sorry, let me clean up my chart. Okay, should we see my chart like this, man? Let me clean this up. Okay. This doesn't want to go. So let's clean it up. Let's clean up the chart. Let's clean up the chart. What can we see for Euro USD? Right. Okay. Right. As you can see, Euro USD, we're bullish, right? We broke structure. Let's mark it out quickly. We broke structure right here. Oh, I'm sorry. Then we broke structure again, right? So we're bullish, right? And then we have this area of demand. What's our demand? Just a buy, a sell before the buy, or a buy before the sell. That cause breaking structure, right? Simple. So usually we'll just look for an area of liquidity resting right below it, right above it, right, in this situation. So here we have ascending lows, right? Beautiful. So we took it out, and then we reverse. Fractally, we're bullish, but also I'm cautious. Why? We have news coming out this week. Economic news, CPI, and all that. We have a lot of news this week, so we want to be cautious, especially because the dollar doesn't have a direction, and it's the same thing that's with Euro USD. This is a high probability play, right? Whenever we see this play, we want to take it. Why? Good push up. What do we have? We have liquidity right below it. We took out liquidity with change fractal structure. It's a beautiful setup, valid one. But also, we don't just trade the charts. What do we trade? Also, we trade the news. We trade economic events. We're human beings, so these things affect us. So let's hold on a little bit, right? Why? Because we always have to analyze the dollar for our conference. Now let me see. Okay, you can see beautiful place, right? We have this monthly. Okay, no. Okay, weekly. Okay, it's fine. But yeah, that's our final conference. What's our last conference that we always need? We need a PVD. And what? A PVD. Okay? We need a PVD, right? That's always our last conference. So we're even trading in discount, then we moved up to premium. So it's beautiful, but we always want to go to the dollar. Let's know what the dollar is doing. And on the dollar, what do we have on the dollar? Good supply zone, right? This area took liquidity right before we sold, high probability, right? And then these are buy before the sell down. Okay, these are buy before the sell. We can refine it down to this candle right here, to the last candle before the sell down. Now if we go to the 4-hour, what do we have? You can see it, right? It's more clear in the 4-hour. There's market like this in the 4-hour, right? It's clearer. And then market came into here, pushed down. So it's been very choppy. Dollar hasn't picked a direction. I would want to see it take out, because daily we're still bullish fractally, right? So these are fractal low on the daily, and these are fractal high. So I would want it to see it take out this place before we start to consider shorts, right? Or longs on Euro US, before we start taking those high probabilistic longs, because we could still take out this area and then we can look for further buys on the dollar, right, to take out this highs. So that's why I said we have to be cautious with the way the market is moving. And Donald Trump is in office. So yeah. Okay, now we took out this lows, GBP USD. You see this area of the market took out this lows, pushed up, and now we're coming back into this demand area. And what happened when we got here? We took out the low, probably to come to this imbalance. Because what do we have here? We have this imbalance, which can act as an area of supply to push market lower. So we can have a retracement up to here and then push the market lower. So you can see on GBP USD fractally, we're bullish, but it's still quite choppy. We want a decent push up and then retracement, and then we can follow into this area, right? We can follow prices into that area, okay? Or if not, then we'll just have lower prices. AUD USD, beautiful pair, right? I'm just kidding. I mean, it's been choppy for quite some time now, but let's break it down fractally, right? We always want to swing. You can see we're higher prices making higher highs, but quite consolidative, tight market. Not my favorite pair to trade at the moment, but yeah, for analyzing sake, let's do this. Okay, so we have this supply right here, which acted to push market lower, and now we're coming. So let's mark it out. We have the supply area right here. Okay, so this push market lower, and then we came into here, we're coming down low. Now we have this V-shaped reversal, which also broke structure, right? It broke fractal structure. So now we want to just see if we can keep on breaking higher highs and higher highs and making higher highs, because we're fractally bullish. Now NZD USD. For NZD USD, right? So let's mark it. Let's mark the area of supply right here, pushing market lower. Right now we're coming back into it. Let's see on the 4-hour, what do we have? We have this area of liquidity right below it, and then similar story, right? And we changed fractally bullish, retrace. Okay, now for NZD USD we're fractally bearish, so we don't really want to do anything with these pairs. Okay, gold. For gold, gold, we know it's, I mean, higher highs, higher lows. We're bullish on gold for God knows how long now. So what do we want to favor longs every time, right? So what do we have here? This demand area pushing market up higher, right? And then you can see for those that trade supply and resistance, this is a beautiful area. Support and resistance is a beautiful area of support, right? Good. And then we're pushing market up higher, right around this 3003-4 area, right? So we always want to look out for that too. Okay. So all we want on gold is just some buying opportunities, and this is giving us that. So you can see here we have impulse, retracement, impulse move, couldn't bring the high, now we retrace it. So we're looking for another impulse on gold, and yes, beautiful candle. Let's go through the lower time frame. You can see on gold we're coming for this high. So once we take out this high, we want to start looking for a retracement, and then we can probably see opportunities for entry right above 3394, right? So you can take out 3394, retrace a little bit, and then we find opportunities for entry. Let's move to USD CAD. For USD CAD, it's quite pretty choppy at the moment, but we're in this demand area which took out liquidity. So we just, if we see higher prices from here, then we can continue, but if not, we just stay out for now. USD CHF. Okay, what do we have here? Let's clean this. We have this imbalance level, this imbalance here, acting to push the market lower, right? This imbalance here, I think we're bearish. Swing wise we're bearish, fractal wise we're bearish. So all we just want to look for are sells from this area, right? So this should also push market lower. So we just, like, because of the nature of the market being quite consolidative from here to here, so we want to be cautious. I want to be cautious of whatever kind of positions we're taking, even though they are high probability and these are our A+ setup. Because of fundamentals, we always want to be cautious still. So we trade both of them hand in hand. So I want to see a break of this low, and then once we break this low, then we can retest and start going further. So we don't want to be the earliest bear, but we don't want to be late also. We would get the one, don't worry about it. USD JPY. Okay, on USD JPY, you can see, let me clear this. I'm sorry, this was a teachable moment. Let's clear this. So you can see we're pretty consolidated, right? We'll take our swing high, we'll take our swing low. Okay, so these are swing high right here, and these are swing low. Now let's use our PVD tool, right, from here to here, right? And whenever we have a range, I like to use the 25 to 75%, right? So we buy from 25, we sell from 75. So naturally on USD JPY, I'm looking for sales, right? And then we've taken this liquidity above, right? We grab this liquidity. Once we grab liquidity, what can we expect? We expect a sell. So we can start looking for a sell rather. So let's and then we mark this area. I want to see lower prices. I want to see lower prices on USD JPY, and then a retracement would allow me to get in for a sell. Now if we go to the 1 hour, you can see, let's refine it on the 1 hour. This push market down lower, right? And then here again. So I want to see lower prices and then wait for some sort of retracement, and then we find an entry. Okay, so let's not be in a haste. Okay, I think that's what we have for today. I wish you a wonderful trading day. I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully London.